For years, industry rumors have been fueled by the long-standing hostility between Jay-Z and 50 Cent, and now 50 is putting those rumors back into the forefront. He brought up their previous disagreements and criticized Jay-Z's power plays, influence, and enormous influence in the music industry. 50 claims that many people avoided them during the height of their feud and is now highlighting the times and people he thinks were affected. His observations have rekindled interest in a conflict that shaped hip-hop discussions for many years, serving as a reminder to everyone of the true impact of their altercation.
I remember one time walking in the studio, Bleak Beans, everybody was in there, and I was like, man, I'm telling you, man, y'all got a chance right now, just flood it, put out a lot of music, because 50 Cent is coming. And, you know, 4 months later, in the club hit and it was over. And it was just like, okay, now everybody got to sit on the sidelines and wait this tidal wave out.
There's a huge difference in energy internationally in 50 Cent and Jay-Z. In fact, his largest selling record sold 430-something thousand copies. My largest selling records sold 5 million. Let them be fooled in America and think there's a competition there. Because America can be purchased. You can buy it with marketing dollars. You see what I'm saying? But the rest of the world, there's not enough marketing dollars to go around.
That's why I made a statement about Taylor Swift.
I wish you would come take one of my awards so I could black his eye in front of everybody.
And Jay disagrees.
I want everyone to be clear. No one's scared of 50 Cent.
Does that bother you? Does it bother you?
No, it doesn't bother me. It's just his choice.
Why would you have to make that clear when no one's ever asked me if I'm afraid of Jay-Z?
The public is responding to his punk presentation. It's not 50 Cent. I don't have a problem with him. Kanye would not take a trophy from me. Neither Jay-Z.
Right.
Neither one of them.
What would you have?
Industry rumors have long suggested that there was tension behind the scenes when 50 Cent was added to the Super Bowl schedule. Some allege Jay-Z wasn't completely on board until Eminem personally pushed for 50's spot. Whether the narrative is exaggerated or just misinterpreted, it has sustained the discussion over the power relationships between these prominent artists. It just serves to confirm for many fans that Eminem has consistently stood with 50, encouraging him throughout their careers and influencing how people see their relationship now.
You couldn't sell more records than Jay-Z. But all you had to do was listen to Benny Siegel, and Benny Siegel was, oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah, he said that. That was the first of me actually hearing it. Like, oh, shit. Like, I used to have questions like, why every time my album dropped, Jay would drop right on top of me. He wouldn't let me breathe or right before me. Like, I was always close, and I always thought like, damn, if a kid, back then it was physical copies. So if you had $20, $20 that you saved up and you was going to buy an album, and it's under the same house, Rockefeller, between Jay and BC, 9 times out of 10 you won't buy the Jay-Z album. I never understood that every single album that I dropped, Jay dropped right on top. And it was like, damn, like that in-house competition at that magnitude was crazy. Jay already the boss, but I always thought that, like, let me breathe. But to maliciously plot to hold me back, I don't know, man. I don't believe that. I don't want to believe that. I mean, but like I said, Dame would know better.
Artists like Tony Yo have referred to 50 Cent as a true rap legend who stays grounded and approachable to those emerging in the culture, despite his enormous popularity. There is a noticeable difference in how both figures are perceived in the community, since many fans contrast this with the idea that Jay-Z exudes a more detached, larger-than-life aura.
Big homie Jay-Z, right? I said to my nephew, I said, yo, listen, I have to ask him this straight up. So I said, yo, why, who is the people that's on NFL? And he said to me, and I'm sorry for anybody who don't understand, and he said, the white guy called for 50 Cent. So I said, who's the white guy? I'm digging this Jimmy Iovine. And he said, no, Eminem called directly for 50. And he said,
that's his guy.
He said, I can't do it if I can't bring 50 up.
But that's his guy.
That's beautiful.
And guess who's Dre's guy?
Your guy.
Critics claim that much of Jay-Z's actions are focused on gaining more power and influence, despite the fact that he has long been regarded as a shrewd business-driven strategist. His ascension, according to his supporters, is only the product of skill, self-control, and consistency. However, over time, certain industry voices, such as 50 Cent, have questioned the polished public perception of Jay-Z and Beyoncé's collaboration, arguing that it is a carefully managed partnership. Although many fans consider them to be one of the greatest power duos in music, Jay-Z's increasing attendance at big award ceremonies like the Grammys has spurred ongoing discussions over how meticulously he constructs his legacy and how dedicated he is to upholding an untouchable status inside the industry.
But you know what I like about 50? 50's on a whole nother level, but he's still approachable. You still get to meet the people and Jay gotta remember the people that made him. You know, I'm not saying I don't got respect. I respect Jay-Z, 50, used to respect, Diddy, but all that crazy shit going on. But, I always respected him because I looked at, for New York, those were like the guys. You know what I'm saying? The guys with the most money and the most influence. So with Jay is like, when the last time you haven't seen Jay. So I think people are just going to say that. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I mean, Jay, you got to remember, he didn't want 50 at the Super Bowl. That was crazy. I'm like,
wait, Jay didn't want 50 at the Super
you didn't
Bowl?
Know that? Yeah, he didn't want.
I remember Eminem pushed for it.
That was some hate. Yeah,
I remember Eminem was like, I'm not going to do it unless 50 does it. I heard that.
Yeah,
but I didn't know that Jay was trying to stop it.
I don't think Jay. I don't know. 50 never told me that, but I don't think Jay wanted them there. I don't know
because of what some of the.
I mean, it's competition. You got to think, 50 always been competition for Jay. Remember, I'm about $1. What the 50 Cent?
That was a long time ago.
That was what, 9? What was that? 9?
But after that, they did a song together. Remember the whole
50 was always competition for. Then remember, Jay said, "Yo, 50's coming." He told Siegel and them, and Memphis Bleak and all them.
Yeah.
And come on, 50's like he's on a whole nother level. You got to remember, he came after. He came after Jay and Rockefeller. G-Unit came, and people might G-Unit, but with Eminem, Dr. Dre, 50 Cent, nobody has outsold us, bro.
Yeah.
Nobody has had the effect that we had.
20, y'all. Yeah. And it's different than when it was 2016. The game has been elevated. As we can tell, there's no expense being spared. We had a Black Billionaires Lunch. Yeah. You understand? Right. And we here together and we're gonna keep staying together. We getting tighter. You know what I'm saying? And united we stand. And ain't nothing else to us. Black excellence, right?
New lawsuit coming with Jay. The part with Jay. I go, oh shoot, like
to us. Black excellence, right?
That had to be there.
We getting tighter. You know what I'm saying? And united we stand. And ain't nothing else.
Black excellence, they're sitting there like, yeah. It's the billionaire brunch. Like,
I hate you, man.
Unaware of anything going on here. This is the one time I'm going to be with you this year. Come on, bro.
For years, industry rumors about Jay-Z and Beyoncé's relationship have sparked discussions, with some detractors claiming that their collaboration purposefully enhanced their careers. However, supporters insist that their relationship is sincere and strong. Although none of these allegations have ever been verified, rumors concerning Jay-Z's allegiance have also been made public, mostly due to tabloids and internet talk. Similar discussions on how up-and-coming musicians are introduced to the industry and how power dynamics might impact those early moments have resurfaced in relation to Rihanna's early career. Although these stories are still prevalent in fan communities, they are mostly a part of the larger mythology and conjecture that frequently surrounds well-known entertainment stars.
When he signed that contract, the marriage contract, he got trophies. Now those trophies came rolling in, buddy. He started getting Grammys left and right, man. I mean, look, if you look at his career,
You're gonna let him say that? Jay was getting Grammys.
He had one.
Exactly.
He had one.
He didn't show up.
He had like 20 now. He had like 18 since he's been down. Look, he had one, bro. Hard Knock Life.
You're not wrong.
He was one. At the same time. He got them shits. He's like drinking. His pictures were Thinks the cup.
Wait a minute. So you're saying the success is derived from the marriage?
Absolutely been treated differently.
The accolades. Because he's no longer viewed as what, like a street or gangster rapper. Now he's viewed as a businessman, entrepreneur, family man.
And the biggest ones because of the position Beyonce's.
His career, you can look at that and say the association to Beyonce is when he started to receive the 16, 17 Grammys since he's been with Beyonce. Right? And you go prior to that, one.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So that came in association, like you see the kids even have Grammys. Like they don't sing yet. They don't sing. Right. They don't rap yet. And they already have Grammys and shit. So it's like they give them this trophy so we secure that they're coming to the award show. It meant that much to the culture that they just gave them.
Why are you so on top of the business side of Jay-Z? You know what I'm saying? Some people like to just be an artist.
Yeah, I was actually forced to be an artist and a businessman because when I tried to get a deal, I couldn't get a deal, so I had to create Rockefeller Records. We actually created Rockefeller Records from nothing. And, so I was forced to know both sides of the...
Jay-Z once made headlines when he was connected to a fight with music entrepreneur Lance Rivera at the Kit Kat Club in New York. This incident attracted a lot of media attention. One of the most talked about events from his early career and a chapter that is constantly brought up in conversations about his ascent was his subsequent acceptance of responsibility through a Mr. Min plea.
Diva Rihanna. She's from Barbados?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, she's Bayesian. How did you come in contact with her? I mean, did you fly over there?
No, Jay Brown had actually bought me the song. She has a song right now and it's I wouldn't say massive because of her roots, but she has this outrageous song called Pawn the Replay. And he played that song for me and I was scared. I was like, that song is too big for her. You know what I'm saying? Like, a new artist when a song is that big, it's it's hard to come back from. And I don't sign songs, I sign artists.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Won't you break down the difference between that? Because the viewing public might not understand that.
Some people chase the hot song for a minute and then they sign, based on the song. I want to sign it based on an artist, based on, or based on the swagger, based on the level of talent, based on the writing, So I was a little reluctant when I first heard the song, and then he kept going. Jay Brown, he kept being persistent. I was like, you know what, bring her by. And when she walked into our office, I was like, she just had, it was just something about her. It was just, she had this, it was just something about her. And then she performed the song, and I was like, okay. Then, we sat down and we talked, and they were talking about how she would stay in the studio and try to get the verse over, and then come back the next day. I was like, oh, work ethic, everything is there. So we signed it that night. We didn't let her leave the office.
Really?
The 3 a.m. was when that contract got signed. So from the meeting around 3, 4 in the afternoon, we signed it by 3 a.m. Wow. That day, I was absolutely certain.
But Jaguar has been warning us about Jay-Z. Jay-Z has now had an official lawsuit. It's everywhere. It's now being talked about louder than ever. I guess, does that give you some peace to know that people are finally really questioning this man?
It's emboldening me. I spoke on Piers Morgan. I said that I had 3 victims that I've been working with, victims of the Carters, that were ready to come forward. This might help them feel a little more confident now. So this is great because he's been evading. But the thing is, everyone in the backdrop knew that he was the celebrity John Doe. Everybody knew that. They knew it when I did Piers Morgan.
Is Beyonce celebrity B?
I hope to God not. But she was around. And she's very... she's got enough on her plate. After everything that happened with the election and everything that's happening right now, I'm not going to dump on that woman. She got better fish to fry.
Well,
what I will say is that her husband, she knows exactly who he is.
Yeah.
She knows. She knows. To Death Jam.
She was an innocent baby when she came over here. And look at her now.
14 going on 15 years old.
flown over without parental supervision in a private plane by a man who was supposed to be a producer who auditioned her at 3 a.m. in the morning in a hotel room, auditioning at 3 a.m. in the morning, a 14-year-old girl. She was flown to another country. She was taken to Def Jam headquarters. She was left in a conference room alone with Sean Carter for nearly 6 hours alone with no parental supervision. Her father collected a $500,000 check. She has the fastest inked deal in Def Jam.
Jay-Z has publicly acknowledged his prior transgressions in his relationship with Beyoncé throughout the years. A decision that generated a lot of debate and rekindled conjecture about what might have been going on in secret. Following the release of the famous Lift video from the 2014 Met Gala afterparty, which showed Solange confronting Jay-Z while Beyoncé stayed calm next to them, those discussions became even more heated. The incident soon sparked endless discussion regarding their family dynamics and what might have caused the heated fight. The complexities of Jay-Z and Beyoncé's relationship have long been a topic of discussion among fans and industry insiders, particularly in light of how well publicized both their personal and professional lives have been. While Beyoncé's calm demeanor in the face of persistent rumors has heightened the feeling of mystery around them, rumors involving other well-known singers have only fueled the topic. The world is fascinated by one of the most powerful power couples in music, and many people continue to wonder if their relationship is driven by loyalty, strategy, or a combination of the two. Media speculation about Jay-Z's private life has persisted, with rumors involving other famous people igniting heated discussions. These stories are frequently cited by fans and industry observers as evidence of how an artist's fame amplifies every choice they make, igniting constant debates about power, influence, and the fine line that separates a musician's private life from their public persona. Jay-Z was added to a lawsuit that was first filed in October regarding charges related to an MTV Video Music Awards afterparty in 2000, which has garnered significant attention. Jay-Z has vehemently refuted the allegations, denouncing them as false and maintaining that any real inquiry ought to be conducted through criminal channels rather than civil litigation. Additionally, he attacked the case's attorney, claiming that the circumstances are being exploited for personal gain. The filing has sparked new discussions about high-profile court cases, entertainment, and the rigorous scrutiny public people endure when grave claims are made. While a large portion of the business remains silent, 50 Cent has never shied away from speaking candidly. He criticized the music industry's culture of influence and secrecy in a recent Flagrant podcast episode, implying that many people keep quiet to preserve their own reputations. His direct remarks highlight the ongoing struggle with Jay-Z as well as the greater power dynamics, covert alliances, and unspoken disputes that have influenced hip-hop conversations for many years. On Big Boy TV, 50 Cent didn't hold back, taking aim at Jay-Z with his signature humor and daring criticism. He poked light of Jay-Z's latest fashion choices by drawing comparisons to artistic movements, and he made it apparent that he has never been scared to voice opinions that others find offensive. 50 continues to work without filters or hesitancy in an industry where the majority remain cautious. Regardless of who is listening, he will speak up if he has something to say.